Well, I think we've already, we've gotten excited about the fact that this is the 10th annual Bushwick Film Festival, but I just want to congratulate you again because it is not easy to put a film festival together. It's
The
even
struggle is real.
Yeah. And it's even harder to have it going for 10 years, so that's just amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
So the first thing I want to ask you is if you could talk a little bit about the origins of the festival and how you got from where you started to where we are now. What was the original mission, and have you fulfilled that mission?
When I first started the film festival, I moved to Bushwick 11 years ago, so I'm an 11-year resident, and I just really had a passion for independent films, and I loved sharing stories and connecting with people, and I just loved when I saw films, I would force my family to see films, and my brother does the same thing, and it was just very basic in that sense. And as I got older and I really understood what it meant to be a woman of color, to be in a community like Bushwick, where a lot of the people here are underrepresented. There are a lot of working class families, and it was like a neighborhood where I grew up in. And I felt like I was part of both worlds of Bushwick. There was a new artist community coming in, a new different class coming in, but there was also the class that was still living here. And I come from both worlds, and I just really felt like I wanted to find a way to connect people, and I just knew from experience that stories were the best way to bring people together, to bridge gaps. So that idea came after, just having festivals and throwing on the rooftops and makeshift spaces, and the 83rd precinct giving me a call, do you have a permit? I'm that was before I knew the council member. So
now you got the hookup.
Now I got the hookup. Okay. So now it's just my experience is just so different because now I understand what a festival can bring to a community and how it economically impacts the community and how it brings all types of worlds and stories and people in the room from all different places. And I just really wanted to use this as a way to, like I said, impact and grow where I lived, but also inspire women of color, people to look at me and say, oh, look at that woman. If she's a head of a film company or a media company, maybe I can do it too. Mm-hmm. So that was my that's how I matured over the years.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think what you talked about, the idea of coming to Bushwick. Mm-hmm. Wait, so it's been 10 years, 11, wow, so you only, in a year you started. That's awesome.
I moved to Bushwick and hit the ground running.
Nice. So, I mean, Bushwick has changed a lot in the last 10 years. How has that impacted the sort of films you've been seeing and the sort of films you've been working with?
Because Bushwick has become so popular over the last 10 years, not that no one was living here before that, of course, but the neighborhood and how people receive the neighborhood and how it's growing, it also helped grow the festival at the same time. So I feel very lucky and blessed that I moved here and fell in love with the community, and I was able to grow with the community, and the community embraced me. I'm on the Bushwick Community Board. I serve as a co-chair on the Arts and Culture Committee, and the community just embraced me and helped me grow and nurtured me and all that stuff. So I think the festival is sort of going in line with what's happening here.
Mm-hmm. Can you talk a little bit about what you're excited for this year, the slate we have coming up?
The film festival?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who are some of the filmmakers and some of the films that you are most looking forward to?
Well,
obviously,
seeing? The film that I'm most looking forward to is our opening night, right? I want to talk a little bit about director Stephanie Sparks, who we actually just met tonight, but I've been geeking out on her for the past few months. The film actually came to the festival and she submitted it and we watched it, and I just loved her writing, her comedy, her sense of humor, the characters. Everything was so diverse, and that's what we obviously look for in a festival. We want to make sure that the stories that we're sharing, when you look at the stories, you see, oh, okay, there's diversity on and off the camera. There's different mixes of people. And an extra bonus was it's totally local. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the people that were in the film live in Bushwick. Some of it is shot in Bushwick, in Brooklyn. Where Bushwick at? So yeah, I'm really excited. Like when I first watched the film, my experience, I was just felt a lot of joy and just, you know, it was just like a feminist, like a woman comedy. And I don't want to talk it up that much because y'all haven't seen it yet. But yeah, so I'm really excited about the opening night film. I'm really excited about this year we're doing the first Rising Star Award. So since it's our 10th anniversary, we really wanted to honor like someone that was a part of the festival, you know, in our beginning days, and that was just a part when we were growing, and who's doing an amazing work right now in the industry. So we're honoring Diara Kilpatrick, who's actually here tonight.
Hey. We just met briefly. It was great to meet you.
So this year, the festival is giving a Rising Star Award to a BFF alumni who's doing amazing things in industry and breaking boundaries. Diara Kilpatrick just had a web series out called American Cocoa, was produced by Viola Davis and distributed by ABC, and now she's doing a show called The Climb for Amazon. We are a festival that really likes to see talent, you know, in the making and grow with that talent. You know, a lot of the filmmakers that are in the festival come back after a year or two, and just as a part of the programming team, we see their work and we're like, whoa, 5 years ago, their film was good, but this year it's like amazing. So yeah, I'm excited about a lot of things. We have 30 screenings, 5 to 6 panels, breaking into Hollywood. We have like 3 arts entertainment. We have Miles Feld, who's represented from CAA. Anyway, so we have a lot of amazing things, and I'm excited about a lot of stuff.
That's awesome. So I know we have to wrap up quickly, but my last question to you would be, we're 10 years in, where do you hope to be in 10 years from now?
You know what? I know where I want to be in 10 years. I do. Now the council member is here. He could be a witness, so you have to help me grow this, okay? I really want to start a movie studio in Bushwick, right? Bushwick, my dream to the world. Anyway, so Bushwick had a really amazing manufacturing industry that employed a lot of the local people that worked here. And then when the manufacturing industry disappeared, a lot of people lost a lot of jobs. And what I think is really interesting being in the industry and understanding how movie studios work, there's so many old manufacturing buildings in Bushwick. And so it's just so ripe to open a studio and get people working in. A lot of high school people, a lot of people that already live here, and the jobs there, it's easy to train. So I really want to open a studio in Bushwick, and I hope that 10 years from now, that is happening.
That's awesome. You heard it first.